We're going to be setting up and solving systems of equations word problems. Here's our problem. Joe, Andrea, and David work at a busy restaurant. On Thursday, they served a total of 110 orders. Okay, so we have three variables. We're going to be setting up three lines. And we already know that the first line could be J, A, and D. Add them together, J plus A plus D, for Joe, Andre, and David, will equal a total of 110 orders. The next clue they give us is Andrea served twice as many orders as Joe. Okay, A equals to J. Okay, good. And Joe served 10 more orders than David. Well, that would be J equals D plus 10 because he served 10 more. And you want them to balance out. One side equals the other. How many orders did each serve? And we will use Desmos.com to find the total number each of them served. All right, well, if we're going to be using Desmos.com, then we're going to need to change from J, A, and D to X, Y, and Z because those are the only variables that it takes when it graphs. So we're going to make Joe equal X because Joe was the first person mentioned. Andrea will make Y, and David will designate as Z. All right, our first line is the easiest one. That will be all three of them combined, X plus Y plus Z equals a total of 110. Now, we need to go in here and once again read what it is, the hints that they gave us, and set up those extra lines. We will need three total. Andrea served twice as many orders as Joe. All right, well, Andrea was mentioned first. She's Y. Y equals twice as many orders as Joe. So that would be 2 times X because X represents Joe, and that balances out. The amount of orders that Andrea was twice as many as Joe. And what's the other clue? Joe served 10 more orders than David. All right, well, Joe is X, so we've got X equals David is Z plus 10. That balances out because Joe served 10 more. Well, then that's plus the amount that David ordered plus 10. So those are our three lines that we're going to be using. Since we're going to be using Desmos.com, we're going to need a Z slider. And they gave us a hint to set it from 15 to 65 because that's going to give us the numbers that would add up to 110. It's going to be somewhere in between those. And when we put these in just like that, it's going to tell us that our X value, which is Jose, equals 30. And our Y value, which represents Andrea, is 60. And our Z value, which is represented by David, would be 20. Well, if we add those all up, 30 and 60 and 20, that will equal 9, 10, 11. That's 110. Now, they told us that Andrea served twice as many as Joe. Well, if Andrea had 60, yes, 60 is 2 times 30. And they tell us that Joe served 10 more than David. Well, if David served 20, then 30 is 10 more. So this is correct. And this is the correct setup to give us that answer.